You've seen it happen. The confident person walks into the room, and the room bends. Not because they're right, not because they're skilled, but because they sound like they are. Meanwhile, the intelligent person hesitates. They consider angles. They measure consequences. They choose accuracy over drama. And somehow, they lose the room anyway. This is one of society's quiet crimes. We reward certainty, and we punish depth. We clap for confidence, and we grow uneasy around intelligence, because intelligence creates a feeling most people can't tolerate: doubt. And here's the part that matters for you. If you're a deep thinker, an introvert, someone who sees patterns, you might have mistaken this for a personal flaw, like you're not charismatic enough, like you're not loud enough. No, you're watching a system work exactly as it was designed, a social world that prioritizes comfort over truth. And once you see the mechanism, you stop bleeding power in rooms built to drain you. Let's name it cleanly. Confidence is a social shortcut, and like every shortcut, it's easy to exploit. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman described two modes of thinking. One is fast, automatic, emotional. The other is slow, effortful, analytical. Most social situations run on system one because people don't want to think in public. They want to feel safe. They want the relief of, someone knows what's going on. Confidence provides that relief. It reduces mental effort. And this is where the scam begins. Confidence doesn't have to be true to be effective. It only has to be legible, clear, simple, certain. The human brain mistakes that clarity for competence. Watch how it plays out. The confident person speaks early. They speak in absolutes. They speak as if the conclusion is obvious, so the room relaxes. Good. We can stop thinking. Intelligence often does the opposite. It pauses. It qualifies. It sees exceptions. It says, it depends. And in a room addicted to certainty, it depends sounds like weakness. Here's the brutal truth. In social environments, people don't select the most accurate mind. They select the mind that gives them the most cognitive ease, the quickest feeling of stability. Now listen carefully, because this is the exact moment you lose power. When someone speaks with certainty, the room unconsciously treats them as the frame, and everyone else is now reacting inside their reality, even you. So the intelligent person talks, and they try to be responsible. They try to be precise. They give context. And the room labels them with a word that sounds innocent, but functions like a muzzle. Overthinking is not that deep. Stop complicating it. You're doing too much. Just be normal. These phrases aren't arguments. They're social pressure. They're the group saying, don't make us think. This is why the confident performer wins early. They don't challenge the room. They soothe it. They give it a clean story and a villain and a simple plan. And the room says, yes, that, finally. But here's the trap for you, the deep thinker. When they dismiss your nuance, you try to earn respect through explanation. You add more details, more caveats, more logic, and you don't realize what you're doing. You're negotiating your authority. You start sounding like you need permission. And in a status-driven room, the person who explains too much looks like the person who can be pushed. Not because they're wrong, but because they're readable as uncertain. This is why smart people get framed as weak, not because they are weak, but because their honesty contains friction, and friction makes crowds impatient. Crowds want smoothness. Confidence is smooth. Intelligence is textured. If you've been punished for being too deep, remember, they're not attacking your mind. They're defending their comfort. And comfort is a drug. People protect it the way addicts protect supply. Now we go one layer deeper, because sometimes it's not just comfort. Sometimes it's fear. The confident performer often survives on a fragile foundation. Vibes, social momentum, a curated image. They can't afford real questions, because real questions expose weak structure. This is why intelligent people trigger hostility in certain environments. Because intelligence doesn't just offer better ideas, it quietly threatens the entire hierarchy by making it obvious that the loudest person isn't necessarily the most capable person. And when a hierarchy is built on perception, the most dangerous person isn't the rebel who shouts. It's the calm observer who can name what's happening, because naming breaks the spell. That's why the room will do something subtle. They won't debate your point, they'll attack your tone. They'll say you're arrogant, or negative, or not a team player. Because if they can make you morally suspect, they never have to face your accuracy. You need to understand this for self-defense. A lot of social conflict is not about truth. It's about frame control. And confidence is the fastest frame weapon on earth. So when you walk into these rooms with pure logic, you're bringing a scalpel to a theatre performance. And the crowd doesn't want surgery. They want a show that keeps their world intact. Now we switch from diagnosis to control. Not how to be loud, not how to dominate, but how to protect your intelligence from being socially discounted. Rule 1. Lead with the conclusion. Smart people build up to the point. Confident people start with it. So do this. Give the headline first. Then, if needed, add one reason, not 10. Instead of, well, there are a few factors and it depends, and you say, here's the move. We do X because Y. Rule 2. Trade explanations for outcomes. Rooms don't respect theories. They respect results. So anchor your intelligence in what it produces. Speed, savings, clarity, safety, momentum. Rule 3. Slow your delivery. Fast speech can sound like anxiety. Calm pace signals control. You're teaching the room how to feel about your words. Rule 4. Use silence as a weapon without being hostile. When someone challenges you, don't rush to defend. Pause, then answer once, cleanly. Rule 5. Don't enter debates designed to drain you. Some people don't challenge you to learn. They challenge you to pull you into their frame, where you explain and they posture. Your boundary is simple. I've said what I needed to say. Rule 6. Ask questions that force System 2 to wake up. What evidence would change your mind? What's the risk if we're wrong? How will we measure success? These questions shift the room from performance to reality. Rule 7. Keep your precision, but compress it. Your mind sees 10 layers. Don't dump 10 layers. Give one layer that lands. If they deserve more, they'll ask. If they don't ask, they didn't want truth anyway. And remember the core. Confidence isn't power because it's correct. Confidence is power because it's easy to consume. So your job is to package intelligence in a form people can digest without diluting your standards. Now, one more reality that will save you years. There are two kinds of environments: status environments and results environments. In status environments, perception is currency. In results environments, outcomes are currency. Status environments reward confidence performers. They promote the person who seems like a leader. They celebrate certainty. They punish nuance. And they quietly resent the person who can see through the script. Results environments are different. You can be quiet. You can be complex. You can be precise. And eventually, reality protects you, because outcomes don't care about charisma. Protect yourself by recognizing which room you're in. Control yourself by speaking with calibrated certainty. Decode the game by watching what gets rewarded, truth or performance. So here's the final reframe. Society doesn't hate intelligence. It fears what intelligence brings: uncertainty, accountability, the collapse of easy stories. And confidence, whether earned or faked, offers the opposite: relief, certainty, permission to stop thinking. If you're the intelligent one, don't become bitter, become strategic. Stop trying to be understood by people addicted to simplicity. Speak less, land harder. Choose arenas that pay for reality. And when the room rewards confidence over truth, don't argue with the room. Read it and move accordingly.